So here we have a 1997 Harley-Davidson XLHS Sportster Sport. It was the highest performance Sportster at that point in time, with adjustable suspension front and rear, and dual front discs, mid controls, low bars, full instrumentation. Fun bike to ride. Heavy, slow, vibrates like a paint mixer. Primitive, but it's surprisingly fun. So let's take it for a spin. Alright, first job is turn on the gas, pull the choke, kickstand up, key on, just a little vibration. Done 77 miles since the last time I put gas in it. Might put gas in it today. See the massive pumpkin vine that's growing next to the compost pile. That was a volunteer that I dug out of the compost pile and planted it next to it. And it's just starting to produce some pumpkins. Ease the choke off. Only vibrates just a little bit. Pavement's still a little damp from the rain we had earlier. So just stopped for gas. And we put just under 90 miles on the bike and 1.6 gallons, which is about half a tank. Just under half a tank of a 3.3 gallon tank. I bought this bike in 2021, I think, from a retired Harley mechanic in New Hampshire, and it was his last bike. He said he was getting too old for this sort of foolishness. He wasn't going to ride anymore. And I drove out to pick it up. I didn't have a trailer. I had my truck. I had these stupid wooden ramps that got slippery when they were wet. And my friend Padre went with me. And loaded in the truck, we had to ride it up on this embankment. And it was wet. And then try and get the ramps as level as they could with the back of the truck, which was an F-250. It was very tall. And of course, driving it over the ramps, it slipped off, the rear end slipped off, and Padre caught it and kept it from falling off. Good man. I have friends who say they will never ride a Harley. I know other people who won't ride anything but a Harley. I don't know, they have this agricultural charm to them, I guess. My other Harley is a 2018 Heritage Softail with the new Milwaukee 8 engine, which is counterbalanced. It vibrates just enough to let you know that it's running. Handles really well, it's very comfortable. It's a thoroughly modern motorcycle that happens to look like an antique. This is just modern enough to get rid of the last vestiges of the bad old days. Doesn't leak oil. It's reliable. Handles well enough. But they haven't ironed out the essence of what it is. The ergonomics are a little cramped for me. It's kind of small, actually, for a physically large motorcycle. The rider triangle is kind of small. It's weird, but it's also fairly neutral. My feet are strangely forward. It doesn't have, you know, the forward controls of a lot of Harleys, and I'm thankful for that because I don't like them. But still, they're farther forward than they would be on most motorcycles. Some gravel washed out of here and there. I saw some from the side of the road there from the rain that we had earlier. Didn't rain for very long, but it rained hard. Yeah, I just saw a little more. Like all Harleys, this bike has the turn signals on either side of the handlebars. It's just very intuitive, and it's, you know, BMW did it that way for a while. Now they've gone back to having both turn signals on the left side, like virtually every other motorcycle made. But Harley's is different, and I actually kind of like it. Rock silhouetted in that tree. Now we're doing the tail of the lobster in the other direction. also has a screw. Goes the other way. Right there under the throttle, and it's a throttle lock. It's like a primitive cruise control. I've got it set just so it won't slip. Right now it might afterly a little bit with vibration. Yeah, it is slipping a little bit, but it's kind of cool on a long ride. Throttle return spring is fairly stiff. It's kind of like everything about this bike. It has, has 1-inch bars, bigger than regular, metric bike bars. The levers are really chunky. Clutch pull is firm. Throttle return spring is firm. Everything's fairly high effort, but it works really well. I mean, the brakes they're just single piston discs, but there's 2 of them, and they're big and they're vented, and they haul the bike down very quickly. So it has some get up and go. I wouldn't say it's fast. But it has some get up and go. It's a 1200 and it makes maybe 75 horsepower. By comparison, my Drive 1200 Speed Twin weighs probably 50 to 75 pounds less and makes right about 100 horsepower. Plus it handles dramatically better and is more comfortable. But of course, that's not really what this motorcycle is about, is it? About to initiate the shutdown procedure on this bike while I am still rolling. So when I pass this farm up here on the right, I'm going to reach down, find the fuel petcock, and turn it off. And that will allow the gas to drain out of the carburetors while I'm still riding. And when I pull up in front of the garage, it should give me maybe 10 seconds to 20 seconds of idling before it shuts down. See how I timed it. I probably could have done it a few seconds earlier. There it goes. That is the 97 Sportster Sport XLHS. Fun motorcycle. At least for short rides. Bye for now.